Imagine a world where Lovecraftian monsters were real. It would be pretty terrifying and humans would not stand a chance. Now imagine if the SCP Foundation and Lovecraftian monsters both existed in the same universe. That would be even worse. Our universe would just be plagued with monsters and creatures. In the end, it would be bad for all of us. Now for today's video, let's pretend that all of this is real and that all the Lovecraftian monsters teamed up to take on the SCP Foundation. How would this play out? Let's talk about that and more only in today's video. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, let me know in the comments below if you like videos like this, or let me know what video you want to see from us next. And now, let's begin. Now, the entire goal of the SCP Foundation is to secure, contain, and protect. They secure anomalies so that they don't threaten the existence of humanity. Then, after they have a good understanding of these creatures, they find proper ways to contain them safely. And this is all to protect humanity from these anomalies and the effects that they can have on us. The Foundation may also neutralize or destroy anomalies as an option or last resort, if they are determined to be too dangerous to be contained. According to Google, there are 4,700 confirmed anomalies under the Foundation's supervision. But I believe that there's way more than that. I mean, this year alone, there's already thousands of more SCPs. Some are locked away safely, others the SCP Foundation has yet to contain. Now let's take a look at Lovecraftian monsters. They are all pretty terrifying. I think the first monster we all automatically think of is Cthulhu, just because he's extremely powerful and probably one of the more famous Lovecraftian monsters. This dude is horrifying. Just the sight of Cthulhu can drive anyone mad. Since everyone that has seen him has gone insane, we truly don't know what he looks like. But it's figured that he is massive, like as big as mountains, and he's just this big dark creature. Cthulhu is also an extra-dimensional being. It cannot be killed. In the Call of Cthulhu, he was run down by a powerboat. He shattered into pieces, but came back together again. He's also incredibly strong and can endure a lot of damage. And that's only one Lovecraftian monster. There's still plenty more. Just given those facts about Cthulhu though, it seems like the SCP Foundation doesn't stand a chance. I mean, Lovecraftian monsters have the power to wipe out all of humanity and the entire universe if they all come together. What makes you think that this foundation can compete to that? So here's how it may play out. Upon the SCP Foundation discovering these monsters, obviously they will try to contain them, but all first attempts will fail miserably. They will lose a number of personnel, simply because they just don't know what they're up against, until, well, they're up against them. So the first couple attempts to contain or even battle these monsters will end super badly. That's until they get an understanding of just how powerful these creatures are. Sure, they have some monsters of their own that they can release onto them, but do these anomalies stand a chance? Plus, what makes you think that they'll be willing to fight these monsters in the first place? I feel like they would release them and the anomalies would just disappear and be like, hey, thanks for freeing me. I'm not helping you with this. Why should I? You held me captive for years. At that point, the SCP Foundation is pretty much defenseless. That is, unless they get SCP-017 on their side, aka the Shadow Person. This SCP is a humanoid entity with great power. Basically, when an object casts a shadow on SCP-017, it closes in on the object. When it returns to its normal size, the object is gone. That's it. We don't know where the object goes. Does it engulf it? Transport it to another dimension? Who knows? But it would be great if the SCP Foundation uses this SCP as its secret weapon. Then it could just engulf the monsters and bam, they disappear. But in reality, the SCP versus a pack of deadly monsters doesn't look too promising. But the SCP Foundation is pretty skilled. They have managed to trap thousands of deadly anomalies already. Maybe they have been aware of these monsters the whole time and preparing for this battle. If that's the case, then this would be one epic showdown. I'm just picturing the SCP Foundation out in full force trying to contain these monsters, while Cthulhu leads the pack. But as much as I would love the SCP Foundation to win this battle, there's just no way they can contain creatures like Cthulhu or Azathoth. Azathoth is quite terrifying. In fact, there's no definite description of him. Everybody imagines him differently. He can look like anything and everything. Azathoth is said to be the creator of all things in the universe, but he's fast asleep. But that's a good thing, because if he did wake up, then life as we know it would be gone. Basically, he's dreaming up our world and our reality. If he wakes up, we're gone. He is super powerful. He literally has created life as we know it. But he's completely blind to this fact because he's sleeping. So basically, we only exist in Azathoth's dreams. Meaning, all it takes is for him to wake up and we'd be gone. I mean, that's not so bad because it would happen fast. But still, this dude could wipe out the entire SCP Foundation just by opening up his eyes. It's that easy. So with that being said, you know, I don't know how good the SCP Foundation would be at fighting these monsters, but let me know what you think in the comments below. Who do you think will win? Does the SCP Foundation stand a chance against these great monsters? And speaking of comments, let's move right along to our comment shoutout portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video, what if we have a global deep freeze? Exo Revolt commented, shower thought, do you ever just wonder why W is pronounced double U, even though it's two V's put together? Stop it. W. W. Whoa! Whoa! Stop it. W. 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 Who invented this? I need to have a word with them. Okay, I did not. That thought is just... B. Burgess commented, this would really be scary and it would suck. Like a lot. I agree with you. It would suck a lot. So, let's hope it doesn't happen. Demon King commented, she is from Most Amazing Top 10 WTF. Yes, I am. I am there, I am here, I am everywhere. Alright guys, that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Life's Biggest Questions for more thought-provoking videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and stay curious, YouTube. That was my stomach. Did you hear that? Wow. Growling. Okay. From these anomalies and the effect... What am I even saying? This don't make no sense. Let me try that. Alright guys, that's all the comments I'm showing out for today's video. Make sure to... Sorry, itchy face. And subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Oh, it's the wrong hand. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan. No, I said Most Amazing Top 10. I know I did it. Okay. My bad.